Hello and welcome. Today we are going over the Crew Motorfest. Well, with the game coming out in a few hours, it's only right that we go over a few things that you need to know before jumping straight in. So, firstly, if you play the Crew 2, well then you're in luck, because once you load into the Crew Motorfest, you're going to be greeted with the option of picking all the cars that you've previously earned from the Crew 2 or starting fresh. Now, I can see why this would be a tempting thing and why people are actually on the fence about it, but I love the fact that they give you the option. With the Crew 2 over the years, you've grinded out and spent so many countless hours unlocking and receiving rare cars. Now, those rare cars are coming to the Crew Motorfest. Now, when are those rare cars gonna come? Who knows? So understand why they put in a system to say, you know what, you worked extremely hard to earn these cars, bring them over. You earned them, bring them over. You can use them here on the new island, on the new game. However, I still just see it as, if you are starting a new game, you're starting a new game. Should you not experience the game for what it actually is, what you get with the new game, instead of just bringing everything and basically completing the new game by collecting all of your favorite cars from the previous game? For me, starting a new game is all about collecting my favorite cars that I want to use. For me, just jumping in and bringing all the cars over feels a bit cheaty. However, I can understand why it is there, and that's why probably later on, when I'm like finished with the game, then I'll import my cars over. But until then, I'm gonna start off scratch. But hey, let me know in the comment section, which are you gonna go for? Are you gonna import all of your cars once you load in, or are you gonna wait and just not import them? Let me know in the comment section what your opinion is. Now, once you pick your side, whether you're importing all your cars or starting afresh, oh, and to add on top of that, if you aren't really in the mood, or you want to start afresh with no cars and then later add your cars from the Crew 2 in, well, you can do exactly that. Now, when it comes to actual gameplay with the Crew Motorfest compared to the Crew 2, from gameplay I've seen and from listening to other creators that you've probably seen as well, there is a lot of mention that the handling is completely different. Now, the handling model is still arcade focused. It's an arcade game and they're sticking to that. But unlike the Crew 2, the vehicles actually stand out from each other. You can feel the difference between each vehicle. Now, this was something that I really took away from the Crew 2, was that a lot of vehicles actually just felt exactly the same. There was no differentiation between each vehicle. However, that is not the case with the Crew Motorfest. If you're in a classic American muscle car, well, you're gonna feel the weight behind it, you're gonna feel the power under the hood. Whereas if you're in a British car, well, you're gonna feel the lightness, you're gonna feel how nimble the vehicle is, but you're also gonna feel that the vehicle is slow. When it comes to handling, you can set the way the setting menus are set up are completely different. They are not the same as the Crew 2. The Crew Motorfest is a bit more in depth, and instead of just changing the way all your vehicles feel, because that's sort of the way the Crew 2 did it, where you went into the settings menu, went deeper into the settings menu, then you are able to start tweaking and handling with the handling model that you preferred and made it to your liking. However, in the Crew Motorfest, that handling model is used per car. So if you want a lot more grip out of, let's say, your Lamborghini Aventador, by all means you will get that. However, if you want a lot more slidiness for your Toyota Supra or whatever you want to use, by all means you can set that up. It is not an issue. When you get into a game, you get to pick between 3 different starter cars. You have the option between the BMW Z4, the Honda S2000, or a Ford Mustang GT. This is the latest Ford Mustang that's out, so I feel like this is going to be an absolute fan favorite that everyone's going to want to go for. But something that you need to know for, let's say, the American playlist, where you're going to be put into a whole lot of different events, and you aren't going to actually use your Mustang. You aren't going to use whatever car you pick. They are going to give you a vehicle and say, look, yeah, try it out, here you go. So you aren't actually, so your first pick doesn't really matter, and I think this goes with all the playlists. So your first option doesn't really matter, it's whichever one you want to free roam in first. That is the car that you should pick first. So let me know what you pick. Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna go for the Honda S2000. With the Crew Motorfest, it has all of the same perks from the previous Crew games, and that has to be because it is an open world map. You just drive. You have the ability to change into a car, plane, boat, whatever you fancy, and just explore this island. It's absolutely amazing. And if you're stepping from a game like Forza Motorsport or Gran Turismo 7, there's so much freedom that you aren't actually gonna know what to do, honestly. And the different types of events is really what stands out to me with the Crew Motorfest. Like, for example, we have the drag racing, we have the off-roading, we have the rally raid cars, we have monster trucks, we have just everything that a person could look for. So the Crew Motorfest is honestly a no holds back open world exploration game with tons of cars to try out and absolutely unique events. So if you are still on the fence of picking up the Crew Motorfest, honestly, if you like cars, you need to get it. Now, with all this being said, I hope you guys do go on to enjoy this video. Don't forget, leave a like and subscribe. And guys, I'll see you in the Crew Motorfest.